Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Legend Studios Master Light Revolving Stage 1. I got mine from Big Bad Toy Store. I'll provide the link down below if you are interested. And there's also a white version of this, but I opted with a black one. A friend of mine mentioned this to me, and it got me intrigued. I don't really have much of rotating base, since I don't really turn them on, or for me I need to have it. I'd rather just have the normal bases, kind of like a Tamashii stage. So yeah, I just never thought of getting one till now, and I give it a shot, and actually this is really cool. So here we go. So here's the box. It's quite simple, and onto the side, on the back. The back kind of gives you a little bit of instructions or description about it, but unfortunately it's in Japanese, but by now we kind of get what they're telling us. There's some English to it. So there is actually special ports here, or metal plates, that you can put more of these side by side, and according to this you can do 8 total, and you can power it up with one power source, being the USB. There's also another way to power this up, and that's through the batteries, which is here. You put 3 AAAs, and that should power it as well. But I prefer the USB, since every time I use batteries, it makes me want to conserve it more. But since it's USB, I can plug it in for extended periods of time without worrying. This does come with 4 LEDs, and you actually can take them out. There we go. And it's using that kind of like an earphone jack. It's kind of interesting how they have that. And you basically just match this corner here. It's like a connection or a hinge, and you just push it in, and there you go. You can rotate this around, and even ratchets to move down and up. And this one does come with the arm as well, which is great for action poses, and it's really cool too. This one has a kind of mixture of a screw and a ratchet joint. There's a little bit of piece there, but you can hear that ratcheting joint. So this is really nice to have. And what else? There is also 2 other connections. So you have the arm here. You can just take this out. You have this other connection here, which works for a 3mm peg connection. This is great for mold kits or other action figures made by Bandai. And I think generally they use a 3mm peg connection. Otherwise, there is another one here, which is a square peg. I'm not too sure what to use that for, but it's there. Right, so let me just put this back on here. This is also ratcheting, even though there's a screw there as well. So it's really nice, and there is a peg connection there. You can actually take off the whole thing here and just have it as a standalone base. But there is this hexagon shape here. It's kind of like a gear which holds this in right there. Alright, so let's do a little bit of a demonstration on this guy. So I'm just gonna use my D-Arts Mega Man right here. Now there's 2 modes. Should I show that first here? On the on here, there's 2 modes. If you press the on button to away from the cord, it just gives you that rotation. It's quite slow also. I'm not sure how many revolutions per minute, but I think that's a fairly good speed. And otherwise, if you go to the other side, that's where the LED is. It's actually a bit bright. Make sure you're not looking at it directly when you turn on the lights, otherwise you might get blinded. But yeah, it's really nice. And especially if you have a lot of them stocked up. And I think this works well for armored figures, kind of like your Iron Man, Yeah, or anything that's Chogokin, have that chrome plate, it'll make it more flashy than it already is. So yeah, that's a nice setup. Otherwise, let's go ahead and try that arm base here. So I'm just gonna put this around the waist. There we go. Find that connection. Get to reorientate that. But there we go, and yeah, really nice. I've also tried to put something more heavy on this, and for those who've seen my Sentinel Ultraman, or I think even a Hot Toys, you can probably put it in there. Although I wouldn't recommend it because it might stress the motor inside and might end up burning out quicker. So I would say this is just best for 6-inch figures, maybe 7, maybe 8, but considering how big the base is, you can't really go that big. So 1/12 scale or 6-inch figures works really well for this. For figure arts, Marvel Legends, yeah, there's just a lot of figure lines within that scale. And again, this is really nice base. Alright, other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's about 30 bucks. Some might think it's a bit expensive, but I think the combination of having a rotating base, LED, and that arm makes it a great base overall. It's just a nice package, and I think this will work really well, especially if you have the True Force Mega Man. I think, yeah, that'll make it a nice base for that. Anyways, that's it for this review. Hope you guys like it. If you have questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching. Oh, there's one more thing I want to share. When I got my base here, one of the LEDs actually a bit burned out. It lights up but not as bright as the other ones. And the great thing about getting it from BBTS, or pretty much any figures in general at the Big Bad Toy Store, is their customer service. I got a replacement, and I just want to share that it went smoothly. They just have a few questions that you need to clarify, as well as sending an image of showing what the issue is. And they're very helpful, and I got my replacement, and hence why we have this review now without much glitch. And still, I'm quite lucky having always getting QC issues. Yeah.